Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome back to Monday Night Live with Saran. I might be a little blurry and you might see a junky office today. I got to move my cameras and stuff around. Anyway, I wanted to come back and go live with you and have a quick chat with you because I think so many people get confused about certain things. So, anyway, tonight, we are coming back together with chaos to calm when we learn how to go from can't handle anything set with your finances to a place of control, abundance, legacy creation, and money mastery. I'm your girl Saran, and I come to you every Monday at 8:30 where we talk through ways that you can master your money and you can create calm in your life. Not just in your life, but in your finances, so that you can have more of what life has to offer, and that is joy. But tonight I want to talk to you from the perspective of, did you know that you finance everything you buy? And I know that's probably going to be a different stance for other people. Hello, Aunt Regina in the chat. That's going to be a different perspective for many people. We think when we pay cash that we have not financed it. We think that sometimes we have people who consider themselves savers. They save up to pay for big purchases. And they say, oh, I'm not like the person who goes into debt because I pay for everything cash, so I don't pay interest. What you do pay interest, what you end up paying interest is, in a lot of different ways, is you lose the future interest you could have earned on that money had you placed it somewhere earning interest. And we can pick any vehicle, so we won't go into the specifics of that. But at any rate, we lose that interest, that future value of that dollar, because we has spent the cash. Because once you spend that cash, it's gone, and it's gone forever. It doesn't come back. Now, it's not my clients, because we show them how to use their dollars more than one time, and we show them how that dollar can be working for them the rest of their lives. But I think that becomes the gap. We get into a place of drawing the line, saying I'm better than, especially some people who save up and pay for stuff. They draw the line and say, I'm not like those people who use up all their credit cards and pay debt. I don't owe anything. But the reality is that you're no different. The spender and the saver, they're the same. They just do it from a different perspective. The different spectrums, different points on the same pendulum, on the same spectrum, right? They're polar opposites of one another, but they're still on the same plane. It's just like degrees. If someone says it's 30 degrees outside and somebody says it's 90 degrees outside, they're still degrees. It's just opposite ends of the spectrum. And the thing is that we have to do is we have to figure out how to get off of that plane to the next plane, where we go from being a spender, being a saver, to being someone who's focused more on wealth creating, being someone who's focused on leveraging the things that or the resources that come at their disposal. And that's not something that comes through osmosis. It comes through learning. It comes through training. It comes through attending workshops, programs, getting educated, getting with people who have the information, participating in master classes and workshops and challenges. But the thing is, you can become a wealth creator at any point you decide to become one and seek out the information. And that's what most people do who work with me, who will participate in my groups. But we have to really get ourselves out of this place of thinking that because we're putting our money in a savings account at 0.5%, that we're better than someone just because they purchase it on credit and they're paying 10% on it in credit or 20% in credit. You know, those numbers can get ridiculous. When really saving your money at 1%, you're losing dollars because you're not even beating the rate of inflation. Current inflation is around 3.5%. You're not even beating that. So we have to get ourselves out of that thought process and get in the game of trying to win and win a different way. And winning with your finances is not the formula that they gave us, believe it or not. As someone who's in the finance industry, I attend a lot of workshops and seminars and different things myself to hear what people are saying. And so there are some people who give you the same party line. You get the same story, you get the same advice. There's no differentiation. It's all about doing the standard way of doing things. But then there are some rooms I can get in and they're talking high level and they're talking strategic and they're talking ways to break the cycle, right? And to remove yourself from the debt saver rotation, get you out of that rotation and get you into a new rotation where you're saving, you're investing, you're growing your money constantly and using the right vehicles. But the thing is that for most of us, we don't have a strong enough reason why we should stop what we're doing. You really enjoy doing what you're doing, right? And the thing is that until you decide you want something different, you won't have anything different. So everything changes when everything changes. And I think over the last few weeks, I've been talking to a lot of different clients. And one in particular struck me because in the conversation that we were having, the conversation was all about what they had been told by their mom and their dad and how they were raised and how they had been living their lives to date. And so at one point in the conversation, I had to ask them, what were they doing on the call with me? Because I'm here to be a disruptor. I'm here to teach you something different and a different way to do it. And are you really ready to do it? Because I've heard you say 5, 6, 7 times about how you do things and how it sounds like you're married to it. And so at the end of the day, I had to disrupt her pattern because she said, no, actually, I don't want to be there. Because my thing was, if you get on a call with someone and you want to tell them that, oh, well, this is what I do, this is what I do, this is how I do it, this is work for me, and I'm not going to change it, then don't waste any of our time, right? But if you really want some change, and no one's saying you have to change everything all at once, if you really want a plan and a process and a way to change from being a spender, from just being a saver, to getting to being a wealth creator, then that's when you want to meet with someone so that they can give you information that you won't have access to because you're not in the financial industry. You're not seeing hundreds of clients. You're not going to and participating in getting the information that is needed to make those type of shifts. Because I don't know if you noticed, there was an article that came out the other day, and I can't remember which platform it was. If I remember, I'll put it in the comments later. It talked about New York, and it said that New York has more new millionaires than it's ever had. And right now, about 40 to 50% of the people in New York are millionaires. And I was floored because I'm from New York, one, and two, I got a lot of family there. But the thing is that if more and more people in New York are becoming millionaires, then where are the rest of the people going to fall in the pendulum? Where are you going to end up in that spectrum? Or are you going to fight to increase that number of millionaires? Or are you going to fight to stay where you are? And I use the word fight twice for a reason. Because if you're not fighting to change, you're fighting for your current position where you are, whether you realize it or not unconsciously. And so when we think about that, where do you want to be? What are you doing to make the changes? What are you doing to move yourself forward? And so I pose the question to you. In a world where they're publishing articles saying in one state, 50% of the people are now becoming millionaires, what do you want to do? Do you want to become a millionaire? And really, you need to be a multimillionaire to survive in places like New York to have the good life. But where do you want to be? And then what are you doing about it? And then if you need help doing it, or if you're stuck, who have you reached out to get help, to get unstuck, to help you to move from where you are now to where you want to be, or as I like to say, to help you go from chaos to calm with what you're doing. Because at the end of the day, we try to do so many things on our own, and we try to solve different things. And believe it or not, as a business owner, I have people who consult me on many things that even though I know them, I don't want to be doing them all the time. And I want the expertise of someone who knows how to do it and can help guide me along the path. But let me know in the comments what you think. Jump into my DMs. You can drop me an email. You can DM me on Instagram or Facebook. But really ask yourself the question, where is it that you want to be? And what are you doing to get there? And what are you willing to give up to do it? But not, more importantly, what are you willing to start doing in order to get there? Because it's not always just about giving up something. Sometimes it's about starting something new to change where you want to go. I'll give you a personal example that I'm out. I decided I no longer want to eat fast food, right? Because I was wasting money, wasting time, killing myself health-wise. Let's just keep it 100, right? And so I decided I was going to stop eating out, but I had to find a solution to solve the problem. So I said, Saran, and I know it was me because I was wearing my clothes, the stuff I had put on that morning, and I decided I was going to go back to ordering meal prep from a healthy meal prep company. And when I did the math, I actually saved money by ordering from the meal prep company versus eating out 2 to 3 times a day or and most times a week, and then going out for fun meals with friends and family. So I'm like, wait, I just saved money doing that, and I'm going to improve my health in a matter of weeks. That's a win. So I stopped doing something and I started doing something. And so sometimes we find when we stop doing something, we have a gap, and we need to figure out what it is we need to start doing to make that change. So anyway, I go back to my main point today, which was to really, start thinking about, which one are you? Are you a spender, saver, or wealth creator? Let me know in the comments. I did forget to give you your weekly motivation. I don't have anything new, but we're going to go with this week's motivation is going to be, I am worthy. You can say that to yourself out loud 25 to 50 times a day. You can write it. You can record your voice saying it so you can hear yourself saying it. But get it into your spirit that I am worthy. I am worthy. So with that, I have a couple of things coming up, looking for some dates to be dropping in June for the masterclass. It is being finalized. It will be launched. If you want to participate or get the link when it goes live, just comment me in the chat, and I'll make sure that you get added to the list or added to the group where you can get the information. Well, we're going to go through some real details on what you can be doing to change your life financially. So, and that's all I have today. So it's your girl, Saran. Peace, love, and light. Let's get your money right. Bye.